So to grow and scale your business of experience, companies should focus on I'll say several key strategies. Let's go. So customer-centric approach. The client has to be central to everything you do. This is the reason why you're doing this. It's not about you. Of course, yes, in the background there's you, but you've got to serve clients, yeah, and then you will be also rewarded and your staff will be rewarded as well. So companies should understand their target audience and create experiences that meet their needs and preferences. So for example, if you're looking to work with a care home, for example, what needs do you think that care manager or that director or senior staff member is needing from you? What is it that you can provide them with so that when they use your service, that you've provided them with a good outcome, and that outcome for them is going to be the transformation that they're going to have is that they could be facing stress at the moment and they're short of staff and their staff are burnt out because they're overworking, because they're covering shifts. So you could be going in to help alleviate that stress, to provide them with that cover that they need so that they are able to focus on the day-to-day aspect with you helping them to cover certain shifts. Or maybe you want to provide permanent temporary. It all depends on what you're providing. If you're providing accommodation, then the patients and service users in that adults in that accommodation need to receive a good outcome. It needs to be what was agreed with them in the care plan, for example. Excellent. You can hear me great. So companies, like I said, should understand their target audience and create experiences that meet their needs and preferences. So another strategy is personalization. Personalizing the experience for the individual customers can create a deeper connection and increase customer satisfaction. This is not a one-size-fits-all. Okay, you've got to look at the approach, got to look at the organization. If you're providing home care in the community, then the client is central and making it personalized to their preferences as well. So technology integration, another strategy. We need to make sure that we are getting with this and up to date, because otherwise you're going to be left behind. This is how the multiple 7-figure, 8-figure healthcare companies around the world, they're using technology because it's improving their systems, their processes. The staff are happy with it. The clients are happy with it. The company is happy. You can automate things and make things faster and quicker. So the use of technology such as healthcare technology, computers, mobile phone devices, software, social media is huge, really good way to learn about getting clients is through social media. AI can enhance the customer's experience and increase engagement. So what technology integrations do you have in place? And I'd like you to put in the chat box now what technologies that you have in place currently that you're using. I'm just going to give everyone a few seconds to do that. I'm just saying hi to everyone as well. So can you type in the chat box what technologies that you're currently using in your healthcare business? Are you using computers? Are you using software? What mobile devices you're using, for example? AI is really good. I know some people don't agree with that at the moment, but it is the future. And like I said, you don't want to get left behind, because when you are working with organizations, especially for contracts now, when the contracts are getting more than, say, 350,000 for one contract, I'm not saying multiple service users, for example, you will need to explain what technology that you are using, what systems you have in place. Also, what is your contingency plan for when these things don't work? Because believe me, that will happen. And that's why you have servers, you have companies that can help you, support you in your technologies that you have. Okay, excellent. Thank you. So think about this when you're ready to apply for contracts that are larger size contracts. What computers, what technology do you have? What software do you use? Do you have any AI software to enhance the customer's experience and increase their engagement? Could be a questionnaire. It could be lots of different things that go out automatically when, shifts have been done for the week. Send a quick, quality assurance where it's just automated to the client that you've done business with. Okay, this is how you can engage with the customer's experience. So data and analytics, collecting and analyzing data can help companies understand their customers better and make data-driven decisions to improve the customer experience. So like I just said, you can send out an email, which is automated through your software, to a customer that has used your services for the week. And that software can create multiple different types of questions, different types of surveys for a particular staff member as well. And it will make the staff member feel good, providing it's positive, as well as you can also see if there's any issues coming up to protect the service user or to the client, for example. Okay, so for example, you can speak with multidisciplinary teams, government organization to find out what the needs are now. Check data in your local area. You can email organizations, like social services, multidisciplinary teams, the integrated care boards, for example, government organizations. The CCG in the UK, which is the clinical commissioning team, is no longer. It is the integrated care board, the ICBs. In the States, there's different organizations that you can approach, because when you're looking at applying for home care registration, you must, as a due diligence, to respond to the organizations that you're going to be getting work from, i.e., what is the need that you can assist them with, not what you want to do. What is their current need that you can help fulfill them with right now? What are they short on? It could be rural areas. It could be a specific level of service, complex care they may be short of in that region, for example. So this is something that all of you must do, whether you are a recruitment agency, medical staffing agency, whether you're a home care agency, whether you are providing supported living, assisted living, accommodation. You need to approach the organizations. You've got to do your research to find out what they are struggling with, because there's no point you doing something that they've already got lots of agencies doing. For example, find out what they're struggling with by emailing them, for example, and introducing your company. And at the same time, they will hopefully respond back and say what the need is that they are struggling with and that they would love to work with you. Okay, so remember that. So that's another aspect, data analytics. That way you're building up a database of clients that you can approach as soon as you're registered, but you keep that communication open. Once you've emailed a potential client, social worker or whatever, and they've responded back, you respond back and you say, thank you. I appreciate the time that you've taken to respond to my email. I will be in touch soon once the regulations have been approved. If you're not regulated, then, you know, if you're doing home care, but you're not regulated, you're providing personal assistance, for example, then you can start the work straight away, for example. Also, they may have private clients that don't fit the criteria for funding. So it's private pay. So they can pass on your information to a client. So they may respond back and say, hey, I'll pass this on to one of my colleagues, or yes, we do know some clients, I'll pass these details on. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Do all of these things to help increase your business as well. Don't just stick on one road. There's multiple roads that you can go down to get work in. It's about multiple streams of income. So, like I said, check out data in your local area. The councils will give you information about where they're lacking or where there's a shortage, where the need is. And that is your duty as a director, is to go to multiple teams, organizations, to see what the need is so that you can help serve them, so that you can supply staff to that need that are qualified. So strategic partnerships, companies can partner with other businesses or organizations to offer unique and exclusive experiences to customers. So this is what you really want to have. You want them to experience, okay? You want them to use your services. So strategic partnerships is a strategy which you can use. Consistent delivery. Consistent and high quality delivery of experiences is key to building a strong reputation and attracting repeat customers. KPI indicators, quality assurance, for example. You must make sure that you're doing this on a weekly basis so that you can monitor how your organization is doing. But also at the same time, when you're doing this, you're keeping them, they're thinking of you all the time. When they need someone, they're going to think, hey, they're the ones that keep sending me information. They're really wanting to know my feedback. So I'm going to use these people, this agency, for example. So just keep on with that every single week, no matter how many clients you get. And this is where the software will just be on its own. I mean, our software is about to be developed and we're going through this. It is an AI software, but it's not a recruitment software. It is for care homes. It is for, it's for organizations like NHS. It is for care homes, like I said, private hospitals, etc. And, it's important that you are able to collect data, and delivering a high quality service is key, okay? Because that will help you build a strong reputation as well. So by focusing on these strategies, companies can successfully grow and scale the business of experience, differentiate themselves from competitors, and create loyal customers. Excellent. So if you can just saying hi, I can see everyone saying hello. Thank you for that. Give me some hearts, give me some love. Give me, you can hear me. Is this resonating with you? Give me a yes. That's what I want to see in the chat box. It's nice everyone saying hello. Yes, excellent. Thank you. So if my team can just let me know that you can still hear me okay. Excellent, wonderful. Just wanted to make sure that you're here and that everyone's listening and that it's resonating with you, because this is about different strategies which you can implement in your business today. And this is what you should be doing on a weekly basis anyway. But for those that may not have thought about this, start implementing it. It really is important. So another strategy which is being used is telemedicine. Telemedicine is just really popular at the moment, okay? And what's brought this about is the COVID pandemic. It accelerated the adoption of telemedicine, which allows patients to receive medical care remotely using video calls and other digital tools. Like we've got these digital tools, we've got these iPads, we've got these wearables, you know, where we can do our blood pressure and all this lot while we're online. Let me just check my blood pressure. Well, it's this at the moment. Yeah. So like I said, it allows them to receive medical care remotely using video calls and other digital tools. Sometimes the hospitals will give you a pack to take home, and then you would then be, you know, doing your blood pressure, you'd be doing your stats, your oxygen levels, for example. And then it will be monitored. They will receive that at the hospital. They'll know if there's any problems, so they can contact you and get in touch with you just to make sure that you're okay, or to see whether you need any medical attention, okay? So particularly in rural areas, this has been really needed as well, because sometimes the rural areas are underserved. There's not enough staff members that can go out to these rural areas. And this is where you need to think about, if, you know, wherever you're starting in your healthcare business, you should be also covering these areas that are difficult to cover, because that will get you more clients as well. Artificial intelligence, AI, is being increasingly used in healthcare for a wide range of applications, including diagnosis, treatment planning, drug development. AI can analyze large amounts of medical data and identify patterns that can help clinicians make more informed decisions. I mean, I never would have imagined this years ago, but it's here. I see my children use these things, but I never thought it would be used for medical purposes. And really, it makes sense to use that.